basically, so I've done a lot of work in disability advocacy. Unfortunately, this is sad. Get ready to get bummed. That's a lot of what disability advocacy is being bummed. So in 2020, a big topic in the disability community was DNR labels. DNR standing for Do Not Resuscitate. Basically means it can be put in your medical file and it asks hospitals to, if your heart stops, not provide medical intervention. If you're like, yeah, it says, don't try to save me. If I'm too much trouble, just don't, it's fine. And unfortunately, that is the impression it also gives doctors, is don't try too hard to save me. We don't really care about my life. What a lot of people don't know about DNR labels is that depending on other labels in your medical file, certain disabilities that aren't seen as having a high quality of life or good outcomes, medical professionals can just slap a DNR label onto your medical file without telling you. Some diagnoses will put it in automatically. So there's tons of people that do not know they have a DNR label unless they ask or they find out the hard way, by which of course I mean die-ish. So during the beginning of the COVID pandemic, hospitals were often full to capacity, running out of free beds because so many people were getting sick all at the same time. So a lot of doctors looked at the beds that had DNR labels and decided to just not deal with those people anymore and put them out of their misery to make room for more valuable patients. So hundreds of disabled people were murdered in hospitals during the pandemic. And that's not new in the history of disability in this country and all over, but that especially made it apparent. So with all that in mind, I wrote a little song about killing doctors. DNR.
There you go, girl.
Dr. Mary Kondo's the whole hospital wing, pointing out the cost with higher costs, say this doesn't bring me joy, spouting bullshit like a lower quality of life. They pulled the life support out from all the needy girls and boys who made them feel a bit too badly, living out their lives so sadly. Since it looks like